My daughter didn't speak to me for 3 years. Not because I disappeared. Not because I stopped trying. But because of one sentence I said on the worst day of my life. She was 19 when it happened. We were standing in the kitchen, both of us louder than we should have been. She had just told me she wanted to move across the country with someone I didn't trust. I reacted the way scared fathers sometimes do, with control instead of calm. With your judgment, you'll ruin your life, I said. The moment the words left my mouth, I wanted them back. But pride is faster than regret. She froze. Then she said quietly, "You don't believe in me at all, do you?" "That's not what I meant," I replied. But it was too late. She packed within a week, left with more silence than goodbye. At first, I thought she just needed space. Then weeks turned into months. Birthdays passed. Holidays became quiet. I sent messages, short ones. "I'm here if you want to talk." No reply. I called, straight to voicemail. I told myself she was busy, that adulthood was distracting. But deep down, I knew. It wasn't distance. It was hurt. I replayed that sentence in my head hundreds of times. With your judgment, you'll ruin your life. What I meant was, "I'm afraid for you." What she heard was, "You're incapable." There's a difference. But damage doesn't care about intention. The first Christmas without her was the hardest. I set the table out of habit, 3 plates instead of 2, then quietly put 1 back. Her room stayed untouched, dust gathering slowly on the shelf. I never packed her things away. It felt too final. Friends told me she'll come around. Family said, "Give her time." Time is strange. It heals, but it also stretches regret. On the 3rd year, I stopped expecting a call. Hope became quieter, less sharp, more like background noise. Then one Tuesday afternoon, my phone buzzed. Her name. I stared at the screen longer than I should have, almost afraid to answer. "Hello?" I said carefully. Silence. Then her voice, "Hi, 3 years." And it still sounded the same. "Are you okay?" I asked immediately. "Yes," she said. "I just wanted to talk." We didn't mention the fight at first. We talked about work, about the city she moved to, about small, safe things. Then she said something that caught me off guard. "Did you mean it?" The question hung in the air. I knew exactly what she meant. "No," I said immediately. I was scared. She didn't respond right away. "I thought you saw me as reckless," she admitted. "I saw you as brave," I said. And I didn't know how to handle that. She breathed slowly on the other end. "For 3 years," she said quietly, "I told myself I didn't need your approval." That hurt. Not because she didn't need it, but because she thought she had lost it. "You never lost it," I replied. "I felt like I did," she said. Silence again. Not angry, just honest. "I built a life there," she continued. "It wasn't perfect. I made mistakes, but they were mine. I'm proud of you," I said. The words felt overdue. "I needed to hear that back then," she whispered. I closed my eyes. I know. There are moments in fatherhood when you realize strength isn't raising your voice. It's lowering your ego. I was wrong, I said clearly. I let fear speak for me. And I'm sorry. The word sorry felt small compared to 3 years, but it was real. On the other end, I heard her exhale. "I was stubborn too," she admitted. "I didn't give you room to explain. You were 19. I said gently. "You were supposed to be stubborn." A small laugh escaped her. I hadn't heard that sound in a long time. "Can I come visit?" she asked. The question almost broke me. "Yes," I answered too fast. "Anytime." When she walked through the door a week later, it wasn't dramatic. No slow motion reunion. No tears at first. Just 2 people standing in the hallway, unsure how to bridge lost time. She looked older, stronger, softer too. "Hi, Dad," she said. not distant, not cold, just careful. "Hi," I replied. There was a hesitation. Then she stepped forward and hugged me. Not tightly, not desperately, but long enough to say something important. We sat in the kitchen afterward, the same kitchen where it all went wrong. "Why didn't you ever give up calling?" she asked. "Because being your father isn't something I can resign from," I said. She nodded slowly. "I kept your messages," she admitted, "even when I didn't answer." That surprised me. Why? Because I needed to know the door was still open. There it was. Not forgiveness, not full restoration, but a beginning. That night, as she went to sleep in her old room, I stood in the hallway for a moment. 3 years, lost to pride, recovered by humility, I learned something I wish I had known sooner. Children don't need perfect parents. They need parents who can apologize. And sometimes, the strongest thing a father can say isn't, "I was right." It's, "I was afraid." We can't unsay words. We can't rewind years, but we can choose what happens next. And when she left after that visit, it didn't feel like silence anymore. It felt like space. Healthy space. The kind where love can breathe again.